Hey guys, so we're gonna be doing some meal prepping in this video. I'm sure the title already told you that, so surprise, it's a meal prep video. It's really only for 2 meals, but it's gonna be 3 different recipes. So we are gonna do my homemade mayonnaise, and then once that's done, we're gonna make chicken salad, like mayonnaise and chicken, not like lettuce and chicken. And then we're gonna do another baked pasta. Like I think I ate that in my what I eat in a day video. So those are the 3 things we're gonna do. Most of it has to wait till tomorrow, but it's all gonna be the same video, so whatever. I just need to do the mayonnaise first because I have to ferment it so that it doesn't go rotten. I can't verbally tell you why the fermentation works, but I know I did the research, and I know if I do what I do here, it won't go bad for a long time. But I can't remember why it works, the science behind it, or how long it lasts. So you can do that research yourself, but trust me that like if you do all of these things, your mayonnaise will stay good. So let me show you what I did this morning. Right now it's like 5 o'clock. I really planned on getting this started earlier in the day. That didn't happen. So the first thing I did this morning was I took a little container, like the small 5-ounce container of plain Greek yogurt, just great value plain Greek yogurt, and I put this strainer in this bowl, and then I dumped the yogurt into the strainer. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this yogurt away because I don't need it. But in this bowl, oh my gosh, hold on, let me go dispose of this really quick. Okay, in this bowl is what you call whey. It's the liquid that comes out of the yogurt. There's about 1 to 2 tablespoons in there, but I'm just gonna dump it all into the mayonnaise mixture. And we will come back to that in a second, but we're gonna do the mayonnaise recipe first. So there's only 5 ingredients. So first we're gonna do light tasting olive oil. And I just use a food scale to measure everything. So let's move you down. Here we go. I need to get some sort of lighting thing for my camera because this lighting I'm sorry, it's not good, but I need to be over here. So I have this bowl, I have my food scale, and I am first gonna dump in 200 milliliters of olive oil. Sometimes this ends badly and I end up putting too much of one thing in, but it's fine. See, I got 207, but it'll be fine. We're gonna do 1 egg. Oh my gosh, I just made a mess. You guys, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, it was just there might be a little like microscopic shell right there, but I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine, it'll add some crunch. I need to spilled egg yolk there on the counter too. Okay, 1 egg. And then half a teaspoon of salt, which means I'm just going to like shake that much in there. That's fine. And then apple cider vinegar. So it calls for 1.5 tablespoons. The first time I did it, I measured it with the tablespoons, but I also measured the grams. So it's 18 grams of apple cider vinegar. So this is also where I mess up. Sometimes I pour too much in, but hopefully it'll be fine. Oh crap, I did 22. It's okay, I did a little bit more olive oil, so we did a little bit more apple cider vinegar. It's fine, okay. Then we need yellow mustard, and that's 5 grams. Let's see if I can get this one right. Okay. 4, 5. I did it. Oh my gosh, okay. So there's all that. It's just sitting right there. So next I'm gonna take my immersion blender. And the trick is with the immersion blender, you have to like put it over the egg and then just leave it down until it starts to turn white. If you move it around too much, I don't know why, I don't know the science behind it, but it gets too liquidy and it's all weird. So we're gonna see if I can get it to work, and then I will tell you what you can do if it gets too liquidy in a second. So you wanna I just cover up the egg and all this stuff and just leave it down. Can you guys see? And then, okay. See how it's starting to get all white? And then you can slowly start to move it around some more. Turned out nicely. It got the right consistency. One second. Okay, I'm gonna scrape some of this. Oh, I just flung it everywhere. You guys, I am really messy whenever I cook and stuff, but it's okay. I just clean it up afterwards, but I should probably try to like be a little neater. We haven't mastered that art yet. Okay, let me go put this in the sink. Okay, so here's the consistency. It's like a little bit runny, but we're just gonna leave it. But if your mixture ends up being too runny, since I'm just gonna be mixing this with chicken salad, I'm okay with it being a little bit runny, but I've had cases where it's even runnier than this. I'm not gonna be putting it on sandwiches. I'm gonna mix it up with some chicken, so I'm leaving it. But if you feel like your mixture is too runny, I researched this last time, just add an egg yolk. So not a whole egg, but just an egg yolk, and then a little bit more mustard, and that will help thicken it up a little bit. But like I said, I'm just leaving it because I feel like it's fine. And then I'm gonna dump the whey in here. And then you mix that up, and then I'm gonna cover it, and you just leave it sit for 6 hours. And for whatever reason, the whey sits in here at room temperature. You leave it out, you don't put it in the fridge for 6 hours. And it ferments it, and fermenting just means it doesn't go bad quickly. That's the best way I can explain it. So I have my little, I got these, I showed these in an Amazon haul. I'm just gonna cover it. I am going to just leave it here. And then the trick is, I can't forget to put it away later or it will be gross. So I have to find my phone. And right now it's 5:15, so I'm gonna set an alarm for 11:15. And I'll just have to stay up till 11:15 tonight, and I'll put a reminder on my phone. So an alarm is gonna go off at 11:15 that says mayo, and I'll have to come down here and put the mayo away. Although I was downstairs last night till like 11:30, so I'll probably still be downstairs, who knows. So yeah, this is phase one. I have to let this sit. And then tomorrow, we're gonna bake some chicken I have, and we are gonna make a pasta dish. So, I will see you then. And, alrighty friends, I'm back the next day, prepping some more food. So what I did, I took 4 chicken breasts that I got from Good Chop. Let's see if I have more in here. Did I do 2? No, I did 2 packages, and there was 4 chicken breasts. So took 2 of these packages of chicken breasts, and I gotta figure out the calories. I'll figure out the calories at some point and let you know. But it was about 14.5 ounces of the chicken. Once it was cooked and stuff, I just weighed it out real quick, and it was about 14.5 ounces total in chicken. So I baked it at 350 for about 35 minutes or so. With chicken, you want the internal temperature to be 165. So basically just cook it until the internal temp is 165. And then I just use these scissors, these meat scissors, and cut it all up. And then I just kind of like put my fingers in there and kind of like minced it up a little bit more. I did remember to put my mayonnaise away last night. I would have forgotten if I didn't set the alarm though, for sure. So there's the mayonnaise, and then the only other thing I'm gonna mix in this is garlic. Sorry, it's really blurry. I'm trying to get it to focus. Garlic powder. So yeah, so all this is chicken, everything that I put in the mayonnaise last night, and then some garlic powder. And with the garlic powder, just measure with your heart as much as you feel like you want. I have to figure out how much mayonnaise I'm going to use, so I'll be right back with that. Okay, so here's what we've got. I used about 1/4 cup of the mayonnaise, mixed it into all the chicken, and then I have the recipe. I put half of it in this Ziploc bag because I made about 10 servings, and this will go bad before I can eat all the 10 servings. Now, next time I will just open 1 pack of the chicken and make 8 ounces instead of like 14 ounces of chicken. So yeah, this time I'm just gonna freeze it. They say if the best way to freeze the chicken, if you've already mixed in the mayonnaise, is to put it in a Ziploc bag, airtight, and throw it in the freezer. So I'm gonna try that, but essentially this came out, I'm gonna do it, split it into 10 different servings. So what I did is I dumped it from that bowl into this bowl while it was on my food scale to figure out the total number of grams. So there was 514 grams total. I divided that by 10. So each time I go to eat some of this and put it on toast, I will just measure out 51 grams for each serving. And let's see, I figured out the calories. I use my Fitness Pal to, when I make recipes, but I track on Fitbit. But so chicken salad, it has 10 servings, 123 calories per serving, 10.4 grams of fat, 0.5 carbs, and 8.3 grams of protein per serving. I hope that all made sense, me explaining that to you, how I figure out the measurements and stuff. So each time I make this for now, while I'm calorie counting and trying to lose weight, I will just mix the recipe, put it into another bowl to get the total number of grams, divide that out, and just have maybe a different number of grams I put out each time. Just for now, at some point, once I like lose a significant amount of weight, I will not need to measure it out. But right now, I still want to. There was something else I was gonna say. Also with the chicken, they say, you know, the package says 4-ounce chicken breasts, and there was 4 of them, so essentially it should be 16 ounces, but it was only like 14.5 ounces. So I'm gonna measure that out each time too, and just with each batch, I'll have like a varied amount of grams I'll eat per serving on my toast. But the calories will essentially remain the same. I'll have to change up maybe the amount of chicken a little bit, but roughly it'll be about 120 calories per serving. It won't vary too much. And if I do this a couple times and I see it's within like 5-ish calories of each other, I'm not gonna measure it out every time. But for the next couple times at least, I will measure it each time I make it. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw this bag in the freezer. I am just going to cover this up and I'll eat it for lunches this week. And then I am gonna put my mayonnaise in a jar. So I have a glass jar. It just stays way better in something like this. Last time I made it, I just covered it with one of my little, this thing's messy right now, but one of my reusable covers, and it got like a hard coating on the top of it, and it was like chunky. I still ate it, but it was just, it'll be better in the jar. It doesn't get all like that weird like hard top on it. So I'm gonna put all this stuff away, and then we will get started on my baked pasta recipe. Alrighty guys, so next we're gonna do a baked pasta. So I have 2 boxes of these Banza rotini noodles. They're made from chickpeas. I don't know that I've tried these. I was gonna just buy the Barilla, whatever, protein pasta, but I found these instead. I don't remember if they were cheaper, had more protein, or what, but I just decided to give these a try. So I have 2 boxes of these I'm going to use, so it's a total of 16 ounces of pasta. And then I have this homemade marinara that I had in the freezer. This is about 2 cups. Now the calories are going to be a little off with this because I don't know what the calories are for my homemade marinara. I never really calculated them. But it's 0 point marinara if you're like following Weight Watchers, so it can't be that many calories. It's like basically a bunch of tomatoes and seasonings. But I will try to find a very basic store-bought marinara and estimate the calories as best I can with that. And then I have, this is also from Good Chop. It is ground beef. It is 16 ounces. Yeah, it should be like 16 ounces of ground beef. So I'm going to boil the noodles, cook the meat, and then once that's done, I'll be back. Oh, we're also going to use shredded mozzarella, so I will show you that in a little bit too. And some seasonings. I'm just going to put a little bit of garlic and onion powder in with the ground beef whenever I cook that. Alrighty guys, so I have, sorry, I'm trying to like figure out the best angle. I have this pasta here. I sprayed my pan. Okay, this is better. All right, okay guys, so I'm just gonna bake this in this glass pan. So boiled the noodles, rinsed them, and I sprayed the pan before I dumped them in here. I'm not like dumping everything into a separate bowl. I'm just gonna mix it all in this pan. So we have the marinara sauce. It's about, like I said, 2 cups, and I calculated the calories, so I'm gonna split this into 9 servings, and each serving is 350 calories and 21 grams of protein. I feel like that's good enough. I need to go get the cheese. Oh, I have the meat. I'm gonna mix up all of this first, and then I'll add the cheese. Where did my, wait, here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna mix all these. And I have the oven preheating to 350. It should be preheated by now. And then once I put the cheese in, I'm just gonna bake it for like 30 minutes, I think. Oh look, my recipe is all gross. I wrote this all down. Yeah, about 30 minutes. Great, let me go grab the cheese. Okay, so this is the cheese I'm using. It's part skim mozzarella. I'm gonna use a cup of this cheese. I have a little bit more here if I run out. So I'm gonna mix it all in, mix all the cheese in, and then I'm gonna throw it in the oven for 30 minutes. I'm not gonna cover it or anything. So I'll be back once it's all baked and show you what it looks like. I feel like I could use maybe a little bit more sauce next time, but this is just gonna have to do. Alrighty guys, here's what it looks like. Can you hear the sizzling? It smells really good. I'm probably gonna eat some for dinner here in a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is I'll cut it into 9 sections, and then I'm gonna put it in some containers. So I'm gonna freeze half of it and then leave the other half to eat for dinner this week. And then if I wanna eat it next week, I'll just pull it out and stick it in the fridge like the night before, let it thaw out, or maybe I'll be in the mood for something different and I'll save it for another time. But I need to freeze half of it because I can't eat all 9 servings before it goes bad. So I would definitely plan on freezing it. But yeah, that concludes our little meal prep recipe video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comments and give me some feedback. If I have any new recipes, I will try to start sharing those with you. I tend to test them out first and then show you. But I've also kind of feel like I'm falling into a groove where I'm eating a lot of the same stuff. I don't know, but that'll probably change. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.